नमस्ते, हेलो एंड वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। दोस्तों, आपका एक बार फिर से तहे दिल से स्वागत है मेरे इस चैनल में। मुझे पूरा यकीन है कि आप सब खैरियत से होंगे, कुशल मंगल होंगे, खुश होंगे। तो दोस्तों, आज जिस वीडियो पर हम रिएक्शन करने जा रहे हैं ना, उसको सजेस्ट किया है हमारे एक रेगुलर व्यूअर ने। बहुत ही प्यारे दोस्त हैं वो, लेकिन उनके साथ कुछ एक छोटा सा प्रॉब्लम है। ही कॉल्ड हिमसेल्फ अ डेली नेम चेंजर। मुझे नहीं पता what is his issue and what is the reason behind changing his name every day, but Kshitij, this video is dedicated to you because you recommend this video to me. और आपसे एक गुजारिश है कि प्लीज़ आप अपना नाम बदलना बंद कीजिए। यू हैव अ ब्यूटिफुल नेम, कीप योर नेम रियल। और अगर आपने अपना नाम बदलना बंद नहीं किया तो मैं आपके मैसेजेस का रिप्लाई देना बंद कर दूंगा। ये वीडियो जो है प्रवीण मोहन के चैनल पे है और सबसे रीसेंट वीडियोस में से एक है। और वीडियो का टाइटल है लॉर्ड रामाज अनस्टॉपेबल बो, नॉट मैजिक बट वेरी एडवांस्ड एंशिएंट टेक्नोलॉजी। क्वाइट इंटरेस्टिंग। वी ऑल नो, वी ऑल वर्शिप लॉर्ड राम एंड वो विश्व के सबसे सर्वश्रेष्ठ धनुर्धारी हैं। तो लेट्स फाइंड आउट कि प्रवीण मोहन जी क्या फैक्ट्स लेके आए हैं और कैसे इस बात को सत्यापित करने जा रहे हैं। तो शुरू करें, शैल वी? Here we go.
Hey guys, today I'm going to show you what I found about Lord Rama's bow and arrow. In case you're not familiar with him, Rama is the protagonist of an ancient Indian epic called Ramayana. Even today, Hindus worship Lord Rama, who's typically shown with a bow and arrow. Ancient Indian texts mention that he never missed his targets and his arrows could go through multiple targets at the same time. There are carvings showing how his arrows go through 7 trees before hitting the final target.
Wow.
Was this a magical bow or was he using advanced technology? Here you can see two guys with bows and arrows. It is clear that they are bows and arrows, and it looks remarkably simple, like basic wooden bows used by primitive tribes. Again, you can see a third one, but perhaps these are just regular archers because look at their clothes. Just a loincloth and no ornaments, and they're just marching along right next to regular foot soldiers. But look at these bows. There are wheels strategically placed on both ends of the bow. This is crazy because, believe it or not, we use wheels or cams in bows. We call them compound bows. You can see these are smooth circles just like today's cam wheels on compound bows. This is quite interesting because if you search online, you will see that the compound bow was invented just 50 years ago in the US. But this temple is about 1,000 years old, and it clearly shows how ancient builders were using compound bows with wheels. It's easy to understand why putting wheels on a bow can make it much more powerful and efficient because you have just installed some mechanical equipment to enhance human effort. But is this why Rama's bow was much more effective? Did he just put wheels on his bow? Here's where I found something really fascinating. I found some huge carvings of Rama and his brother, and their bows show some insane details.
I have seen these things actually in some temple, yes, but never realized that it could be a technology that they are using. I thought that just to distinguish the main deity in temple, I thought it is a kind of flower or something that they have, you know. But this could be one of the probability that it is a technology that they were using. But how come that we lost the track of these technologies? I mean, what went wrong? technology should get more advanced over the period of time. Where we lost?
First look, I thought they had wheels in their bows. But when I examined them closer, I realized that they're not wheels, they are gears. I mean, look, you can see the teeth of the gear wheel. There is a gear mechanism attached to the bow. This is very, very advanced ancient technology because today's bows don't even use this technology. But within 20 years, before 2040, someone will start manufacturing this type of bow. What will such a bow be called? Pullback bow. Sounds familiar, right? Because we have pullback cars today. When we were kids, we had toy cars, and when we wanted them to move forward, we just pushed them forward. But then someone gave us a pullback car, and instead of pushing it forward, you pulled it back and it made a strange clicking sound. And when we released the car, you remember how fast it went. This is the exact same technology Rama used in his ancient bow. And you may think the pullback cars have batteries or something electronic inside. But if you opened this car, inside you will find just a couple of gears and a spring. But yet, when we use this for technology, we can make wonders with it. So many machines like watches and bikes use this technology. Of course, someday some guy will come and claim that these are just flowers, huh?
Oh.
But why would warriors put flowers on their bows? And if you look at any flower, the petals will be huge and the center part will be smaller compared to the petals. But if you take any gear, the center part will be bigger and the gear teeth on the sides will be much smaller.
Correct.
And this is exact.
Correct. Okay. The question what he asked, why any warrior would keep flowers in his armor? Okay. Probably because we have that kind of tradition. Whenever we do things, we offer puja to our stuff. If you're a student, you do your puja to your books and all. If you're a warrior, you do puja to your weapons and all. तो ये ट्रेडिशन का हिस्सा है, तो इसलिए लोग ऐसा करते हैं. नई चीज़ें खरीदते हैं तो हम उसकी पूजा करते हैं, नई गाड़ी खरीदते हैं तो हम उसकी पूजा करते हैं, है ना. नारियल फोड़ते हैं, फूल और गार्लैंड चढ़ाते हैं. तो ये हो सकता है पॉसिबिलिटी. बट वो जो लॉजिक दे रहे हैं प्रवीण मोहन जी, वो भी सही है कि क्योंकि फूल के जो पत्ते पंखुड़ियाँ होती हैं ना, वो बड़ी होती हैं और उसका सेंटर छोटा होता है. यहाँ पे ये जो गेयर दिखा रहे हैं उसका सेंटर बड़ा है और जो पत्तियाँ हैं वो छोटी हैं. मतलब इट लुक्स लाइक कि जैसे कि वो जैसे गरारी होती है ना, वैसा ही कुछ. तो दिस कैन बी व्हाट ही इज सेइंग इज मे बी करेक्ट. I don't know. Do you? This gentleman actually brings fact from and his looking at the things with different perspective is really amazing. Let's go ahead.
Exactly what we see here. And you can see the strings attached to the mechanism, just like today's bow. Every time you see the gear, there is a string attached to it. You can see this on all the geared bow carvings. And you can also see these loose strings and knots. These are called string silencers to absorb the noise and vibration. Even in modern day bows, you will see them. It's just the nature of the beast itself. So Rama and his brother were using pullback bows. This is why their bows were so efficient. So why does Rama need gears and pullback mechanism in his bow, right? Just to shoot a regular arrow? It's time to look at the arrows, but this one is deliberately destroyed. But you can see this arrow survived, and it looks absolutely weird. An arrow, by definition, is supposed to be thin, slender, and long. But these arrows actually look like missiles. It's just really weird because not only are they short and thick, they look like actual modern day missiles. And we know the arrows were not just simple arrows because, according to ancient texts, they would release an arrow and the enemy will explode or the area would be destroyed. So we know something was inside this so called arrow. And the string, it doesn't even look like a string. It's so thick. And look at the tip. It's not a regular pointed tip of an arrow to pierce the body of the enemy. It's probably filled with explosives. We have all seen the movie Rambo where he does it, and there's a guy who does it on YouTube as well. We can put explosives and release with a bow and make the target explode. Okay, so you can improve the speed and efficiency by using pullback gears, and you can also increase the destruction by adding explosives in the missile. But how do you increase the accuracy? I mean, how do you accurately hit the target from long distance? See, our team is really lucky because this is a brilliant ancient temple.
Where?
But when we got there, nobody was there, and we are having the entire temple to ourselves.
Lucky
We
you.
were able to document each and every carving and see what we found here. A bow resting on a tree. Look, there's nothing else, just a bow resting on a tree. And yes, this is a compound bow, but look at the center. You see that cylinder in the center? That is a scope, yes, like a telescope with a lens to see the target better. In bows, they call it a sight. It is basically a cylinder with a lens, just like a telescope attached to a sniper rifle. It's basically the same technology. The sight improves how well you can hit the target. And we know ancient Indians were using lenses in warfare because we can see telescope-like instruments in other temples as well. So you see, Rama was using a very, very advanced bow. Now, these carvings are roughly 1,000 years ago. Archaeologists say these carvings are anywhere between 1,200 to 700 years old. So they are about 1,000 years old. But the ancient epic, which talks about Rama, is much, much older than that. So we don't know if Lord Rama had such an advanced bow technology, but from these carvings, we know how advanced these builders were 1,000 years ago. These guys were not only using wheels and scopes like today's archers, they were even using geared pullback bows, which do not even exist today. But what happened to these people? How did such an advanced civilization just disappear?
That's what I'm asking. That's the question initially I asked. How come that these technology got disappeared? Okay, let's forget about the people. People die, but technology don't die. I mean, it's supposed to be more advanced over the period of time.
How did their technology get lost?
Yes.
So, what do you think? Did Rama use a very advanced weapon? How else can you explain the gears, scope, and the missile-like arrows? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I am Praveen Mohan. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and please give it a thumbs up and do share it with your friends. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.
This gentleman always surprises with the kind of videos, content he made. I really like Praveen Mohan's content, and what I like the most about is his accent. I never understood his accent, but he have a beautiful English accent. He make beautiful content also. So thank you, Kshitij, aka Daily Name Changer. Thank you so much for suggesting this video to me. I hope you're doing well, and I have a request, please don't change your name. What else? I mean, I'm speechless. I'm sure that you also must have observed these kind of things in these carvings and artifacts somewhere in temple or some other places, but we never thought about it, right? This gentleman has a different perception. He look at the things very differently. He observe things very differently. बहुत बेहतरीन वीडियो था यार, और ये 21 सितंबर का वीडियो है, ज़्यादा पुराना नहीं है, तो 14-15 दिन पुराना वीडियो है। तो आई एम श्योर कि आपको भी ये वीडियो उतना ही पसंद आया होगा और आपको भी उतना ही सोचने पे मजबूर किया होगा कि हमारी जो एंशंट टेक्नोलॉजी थी वो कितनी एडवांस थी और आज हम कहाँ पे खड़े हैं। एक पिछले वीडियो में इन्होंने यही एक सवाल पूछा था कि क्या हम ये नई टेक्नोलॉजी इन्वेंट कर रहे हैं या फिर हम अपनी टेक्नोलॉजी को री इन्वेंट कर रहे हैं, उन्हीं पुरानी टेक्नोलॉजीज़ को दोहरा रहे हैं। कमाल है यार, आई रियली रिस्पेक्ट दिस मैन। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो विद मी, और मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में। तब तक के लिए अपना ख्याल रखिए। नमस्ते।